Okay, the magazine Country Living, November 2021, and the Almanac. Did you know the color wheel for autumn hues is cranberry red to rich green? These paint picks are inspired by spaces in this issue, as seen on 31 and 62 from clockwise from the top. Sweet creme, Drew Barrymore flower power, available at Walmart. Honey cream, Valspar. Dark chocolate, Benjamin Moore. Self-portrait backdrop, apple a day, Glidden. Book room red from Farrow and Ball. Damask gold from Benjamin Moore. Clover green from Benjamin Moore. Rockwood sash green from Sherwin-Williams. Ship's Harbor from PPG, and blackberry jam from Glidden. Wit and wisdom. Collect old jam jars and create little lanterns using tea lights. These look particularly pretty in a row, the center of the decorated table, by Paula Sutton from Hill House Living. Coast to Coast Country Calendar, pumpkin spice or bust. These food festivals serve up major fall flavor. Harvest on the Harbor, November 4th through the 7th, is at Portland, Maine. Maine is so much more than lobster state. Indulge in the celebration of the best local cuisine the region has to offer at theharvestontheharbor.com. Austin Food Plus Wine Festival, November 5th through the 7th in Austin, Texas. Savor seasonal bites and notable chefs and wine from the country's top exhibitors. AustinFoodAndWineFestival.com. Louisiana Pecan Festival from November 5th through 7th in Colfax, Louisiana. Enjoy a schedule of shows and contests that you can taste the treats from the pecan pies to local honey at lapecanfest.com. Did you know that there's 3 different types of garden rakes? Because all tines ain't up for the same task. And here's your identification key. They have one that looks like it's all close together. It says that's ideal to reach tight spaces beneath shrubs and fence, so they call that the shrub rake. They have one called the lawn and leaf rake, which is a good choice for raking leaves over wide, uneven ground. They have one called the thatch. Now this is great for removing layers of organic debris from your lawn. Did you know that the know-how polishing a copper pot? Unless you're firmly in the let it patina camp, you can clean up tarnished copper with ketchup. Now simply spread a few tablespoons on the surface of the pot, then use a soft brush or gloved fingers to rub it in using the gentle pressure. Now don't be alarmed. The soft mixture will darken it as it breaks down the dirt. Rinse with water and then buff with a dry cotton ball. And Style and Compass, they're talking about backgammon boards. They have family get-togethers and they call for little friendly competition, and this ancient 2-person pastime is enjoyed in a very stylish resurgence. They have a mosaic, which is handmade from olive wood, only $54 at cedarusa.etsy.com. They have a Western version, a roll-up perfect for road trips, at $35 at pendleton-usa.com. They have the modern version with Luxe de la Coeur in a vibrant color. That's $395 over at jonathanadler.com. And they have a personalized, which is custom painted and it equals an instant heirloom, only $895 at 9fair.com. Now we have Ask a Country Vet. CL's resident veterinarian, Dr. Tricia Early, separates fact from fiction. Here's the question. Is it okay to let my pets eat pumpkin? By Katie B. from Potsdam, New York. Here's the answer. Yes, as long as there isn't any mold present. Pumpkin contains fiber, vitamins, and that it's great for animals' digestive system. Break the pumpkins into pieces to share with farm animals like sheep, goats, cows, and chickens. For dogs and cats, mix the pumpkin in with their usual food or serve separately. Start a small dog or cat with 1 or 2 teaspoons per feeding, and larger dogs with a few tablespoons to make the pumpkin last. Remove the seeds and skin and then boil the pumpkin flesh until soft. Now your puree, then freeze it in ice cube trays and then pop out as needed. Okay, now next is one more thing here. Oh, this I found amusing and I hope you do too. It's called Everyday Heirlooms, Stamp of Approval. A 32-year-old letter singing the praises of a helpful young neighbor is tangible proof that Grandma always knows best. And it says, this is a column collaborated with Shannon Novak from the Heirloomist at the heirloomist.com. Turn to page 90 to find out how you can participate. Growing up, my brother and I spent summers at my grandparents' ranch in Pendleton, Oregon. Grandma Lorna taught us how to sew and craft, and Grandpa Bob gave us rides on his four-wheeler and let us help him with the animals and irrigation. My grandfather worked in construction, and when he traveled for work, which was a lot, my grandmother would get the neighbor boys to come over and help her with the animals. And in January of 1989, she wrote this letter telling me how about one of them. I am sure you are not interested in the boys yet, but here is this really nice 11-year-old boy named Gabe who helps me with the cattle and the sheep. And even though my grandmother wrote us often, I always kept this particular letter tucked away in the diary. I think even then I knew it was an important one. Years later, I moved to Pendleton with my mom and brother. Gabe and I had lockers next to each other, and the rest is history. We dated throughout college and married after graduation. My grandmother stood up at our wedding reception and took credit for the whole thing. Nicole Garrett Kennedy of Salem, Oregon, as she told the writer and photographer Shannon Novak. And I thought that was wonderful. So, that's what I've shared with you today from Country Living, November 2021. There's so many great ideas to bring on the cozy, and plus decorating for the introverts where you want to have nestled in nooks that you'll never want to leave. So be sure to pick up this book to find out more. It's a great magazine, and it even has pecan brownie pie and 10 more twists on Thanksgiving classics. What a great idea to help make your Thanksgiving a little bit nicer with Country Living. November 2021. Thank you for tuning in.